Urgent Atlanta Falcons fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Atlanta Falcons updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Falcons fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is really exciting. It's got everyone talking around the league and, of course, right here at home in Atlanta. As we gear up for the 2025 NFL season, the Atlanta Falcons are making some strategic moves behind the scenes, and it looks like they're setting the stage for a serious push. The latest buzz is all about potential trade targets, players that could come in and make an immediate impact, and how the front office is working tirelessly to strengthen the roster. If you're a die-hard fan, you know how crucial this period is: the offseason buzz, the rumors, the speculation, and the real moves that could change the game for the Falcons this upcoming year. So, let's dive deep into what's happening right now, what might be coming, and what it all means for the team's future. First, it's important to understand the context. The Falcons have been building steadily over the last few seasons, trying to find that perfect balance between youth and experience, between developing talent and winning now. They've made some smart drafts, added some promising rookies, and signed key free agents, but now, they're looking to take that next leap. The focus is clear: they want to be more competitive, especially within the NFC South, which, as everyone knows, has become increasingly tough with Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and Carolina all vying for dominance. The Falcons are no longer content with just being a team in the mix, they want to be serious contenders. So, what's the strategy? Well, the front office, led by General Manager Terry Fontenot and Head Coach Arthur Smith, is actively exploring trade possibilities. And I can tell you, the discussions are intense. They're zeroing in on two key targets, players who, if acquired, could fill critical gaps in the roster. It's about bolstering the defense, adding depth to the offensive line, or perhaps even bringing in a playmaker on the outside. The team's scouting department is working overtime, analyzing film, assessing performance metrics, and weighing the cost versus benefit of each potential trade. Now, let's talk about the specifics. One area the Falcons are looking to improve is the secondary. They've shown flashes of brilliance last season, but consistency has been an issue. Adding a proven cornerback or safety could really change the dynamic, especially in a division where passing games are becoming more explosive every year. Players like that don't come cheap, though, and that's where the negotiations get tricky. The Falcons are trying to strike a balance. They want a player who can step in and start right away, but they also need to be mindful of draft capital and salary cap considerations. It's a delicate dance, but one they're clearly committed to mastering. Another focus is the pass rush. In today's NFL, a fierce pass rush can transform a defense from average to elite. The Falcons have some promising young pass rushers, but adding a veteran edge rusher could accelerate their development and bring leadership to the unit. They're eyeing players who excel in that role, and again, the negotiations are ongoing. The trade market is hot right now, with teams reluctant to part with their best assets, but the Falcons' front office is known for their shrewdness and patience. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of all this is how these potential trades could impact the team's chemistry and locker room vibe. Bringing in new players always involves some level of adjustment, but the goal here is clear: integrate these talents seamlessly and create a cohesive, hungry squad that's ready to compete at the highest level. The coaching staff is already working on that, preparing for the arrival of new teammates and planning how they'll fit into Arthur Smith's scheme. It's a complex puzzle, but one that the Falcons seem eager to solve. Now, I want to pause here for a second. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. Because this isn't just about rumors, it's about the real moves that could define the Falcons' 2025 season. The team's management is highly strategic, and they're making sure every decision is lined up with their ultimate goal, returning to the playoffs and making some noise in the postseason. And let's not forget the players already on the roster. The Falcons have some exciting young talent, like quarterback Desmond Ridder, who showed flashes of brilliance last season and is eager to take that next step. He's got the arm, the mobility, and the leadership qualities that make him a cornerstone for the future. The offensive line is also shaping up nicely, with young stars like Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry anchoring the unit. But, as good as they are, adding more experience and depth could be the difference between a decent season and a truly elite one. In the backfield, Bijan Robinson has been a revelation, quickly becoming one of the league's most exciting young running backs. His blend of speed, vision, and toughness makes him a nightmare for defenses. But the offense isn't just about the skill players, it's about the balance, the protection, and the schemes that Arthur Smith has been refining. The Falcons want to maximize Robinson's potential, and that's why they're looking to add complementary pieces that can keep defenses honest. On the defensive side, the Falcons have been steadily improving. Players like Grady Jarrett and A.J. Terrell have been anchors, but they're also eyeing some upgrades to make that unit even more formidable. A disruptive pass rusher, a versatile linebacker, or a shutdown corner could all be on the table, depending on how negotiations unfold. The goal is to create a defense that can clamp down on opposing offenses and give the offense more opportunities to score. Now, looking at the broader picture, the NFL landscape is incredibly competitive right now. Teams are investing heavily in both offense and defense, and the Falcons know they need to keep pace. The NFC South is no longer a one-horse race with the Bucs, and teams like the Saints and Panthers are closing the gap. That's why these trade talks are so critical. They're about making strategic investments now to position the team for sustained success down the line. Of course, the trade deadline is still a few months away, but the buzz is already heating up. Rumors are swirling in league circles, with insiders suggesting that the Falcons are willing to part with some draft capital to land those key players. And, knowing how Terry Fontenot operates, he won't rush into anything. He's all about making smart, calculated moves that pay off in the long run. The team's ownership is also backing this approach, understanding that a strong roster is essential if they want to compete for a playoff spot and, hopefully, make a deep run. The fans are also buzzing. Social media is filled with speculation, predictions, and hopes. Everyone's wondering which players might be coming to Atlanta, how they'll fit into the system, and what this means for the team's chances in 2025. The excitement is palpable, and that's a testament to how much faith and hope the Atlanta community has in this team's future. The Falcons have been building something special over the past few seasons, and these potential moves could be the final piece of the puzzle. As we look ahead, it's clear that the team's leadership is fully committed to making the right decisions. They're balancing the present with the future, trying to assemble a roster that's not just good enough to make the playoffs but capable of competing for championships. It's about creating a sustainable winning culture, developing young talent, and adding seasoned veterans who can lead by example. The draft will also play a crucial role in this strategy, with the Falcons expected to be active in the upcoming draft, selecting players who can develop into starters and future stars. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all of this? Do you think these trade targets are the right moves? Are you confident in the front office's ability to craft a winning roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of this team. Remember, these are exciting times for Falcons fans. We're on the brink of potentially big changes, and we're all eager to see how it unfolds. Looking further into the season, there's a lot to be optimistic about. The Falcons have a talented core, a passionate fanbase, and now, it seems, the resources and strategic mindset to push for even greater heights. The coaching staff, led by Arthur Smith, has been innovative and resilient, and I have no doubt they're preparing the team for what's to come. The players are hungry, the front office is aggressive, and the fans are more invested than ever. If these trade rumors turn into reality, we could be looking at a squad that's better equipped to challenge the best in the league, especially with the playoffs in mind. In terms of statistics, the Falcons finished the 2024 season with a record that showed promise, but there was clearly room for improvement. Their offense, led by Ritter and Robinson, was among the more exciting units in the league, but consistency was an issue. The defense, while improved from previous years, still needed a boost to become truly elite. All of these factors are pushing the front office to make bold moves now, with the goal of elevating the team to a new level. They're aiming for a balanced team that can both score points and shut down opponents. It's also noteworthy how the team's recent history has shaped their current approach. The Falcons have been through some ups and downs, including tough playoff losses and rebuilding phases. But they've also shown resilience, and the current management's focus on strategic acquisitions is a testament to their long-term vision. They want to build a roster that can sustain success over multiple seasons, not just a quick playoff run. That's why these potential trades are so significant. They're about adding players who can grow with the team and contribute immediately. And let's not forget the importance of the draft and player development. The Falcons are known for their solid scouting department, and they're expected to target players that fit their scheme and culture. The future looks bright, especially if these trade talks materialize into tangible signings or acquisitions. The team's core players are hungry for success, and with the right additions, they could be the dark horse in the NFC this year. As we inch closer to the start of the season, the excitement is building. Training camps are coming up, preseason games are on the horizon, and everyone's eager to see how these new pieces fit together. The Falcons have a lot of potential, and it's up to the coaching staff and front office to unlock it. They're working hard behind the scenes, trying to stay ahead of the curve and make sure they're ready for the challenges ahead. The fans' support and optimism will be crucial, as a motivated and unified team can achieve great things. So, in summary, the Atlanta Falcons are in a fascinating phase right now. The trade rumors are swirling, and the possibility of bringing in key players could be a game-changer. This team has the talent, the coaching, and the fanbase to make some serious noise in 2025. It's an exciting time for everyone invested in the Falcons, and I can't wait to see how these plans unfold. Whether it's a blockbuster trade or some smart signings, one thing's for sure, the Falcons are setting their sights high, and they're not going to settle for anything less than excellence. Stay tuned, Falcons fans, because this story is far from over, and the best is yet to come.